IIT Bombay being in the top list of 150 universities, and I think a lot of alumni is going to be very happy about seeing that university there, IIT Bombay. And it's also one of the most trending topics on the online world. It's also and some of the things that has been mentioned over here is that it breaks into top 150 in QS World Ranking 8 years after IIC made it first. So of course, the first, the father of all tech universities in India, it's been considered. But again, IIT Bombay has made the remarkable leap, climbing 23 positions to secure the 149th rank globally in this year's edition of the rankings. So IIT, is a place. It's considered to be the place where India's finest, in fact, rides, is rigorously trained, and also a lot of success stories coming in from the IITs. Recently, a lot of American, businessmen and tech entrepreneurs were talking about IITs in a big way. They were, in fact, saying that the recruits that they've got from IIT are the ones who run their companies, and there's a reason for it, because they think out of the box. And interestingly, there was the social media clip about one of those tech innovators and a businessman who came and said why IIT students are the ones that need to be recruited to American firms. And this is what he said: they have a hunger in their eyes to see what the next future should be. They have hunger for ideation. They want to implement. So it looks like with all that and a lot of positivities, IIT Bombay is now on the top list.
Yes, definitely, Varghese. And it's a matter of joy, I would say, because see, the ranking that has been prominently discussed in many of the newspapers, Indian publications, obviously shows the rankings here. And it mentions IIT Bombay as one of the topmost Indian institutions who have figured in the QS ranking. The Indian Institute of Technology, IIT, in Mumbai has achieved its highest rank ever, breaking into the world's top 150 universities in the latest edition of the QS World University Ranking, released on Tuesday night. Now, QS World Ranking, obviously, the measure that we are looking at is on a global level. On 149th rank is IIT Bombay, and 197, which is beyond the top 150 list, is IIT Delhi, and rest of the IITs and Anna University follow after that. See, India, as far as the tech understanding, the tech revolution is concerned, be it in terms of academics or be it in terms of R&D, one of the reasons why India is being called as one of the fastest growing economies is not just because the trade volumes is increasing or just because of that. It's also because of the fact that India is investing more and more in R&D. Institutions like IIT, they not only cater to the undergraduate engineers, undergraduate IITs, but also have a master's course, have also got PhD degrees, courses, and each individual who is working on a particular project, funding of that particular project is something we have seen. Remember that movie Three Idiots, where there was a student who was making a drone with a camera. When this movie had come, obviously drones were, not very in vogue. That they had just arrived, and using a camera on the drone was something that was projected. That thinking process, that R&D part, to think out of the box and come up with something which is very new, which is very nascent, and has not done before. So that part is there. And we all know that IIT, the kind of only a minuscule percentage of India's best make the cut into IIT. But for a country like India, it is very important to have institutions of higher learning like this, because that is also the cause of a brain drain. Once the person who has graduated from an IIT or an, say, state engineering colleges, for higher studies, they more often than not, they head overseas. And most of the universities, either in United States, either in China for that matter, students are forced to go there, albeit on scholarship or without it, but people go there. And then they invariably don't come back as well. So talking about brain drain, which is a bigger issue, and now here IIT Bombay making it to the first top 150 best universities in the world are interconnected. We have to build on that. We have to capitulate on the kind of resources we have. And if we are getting 1 or 2% or the best 10% of the minds into the IITs, then we should also be allocating 10%, 5% of the total GDP expenditure to the IITs, to these institutions of higher learning, so that the talent stays in the country. And later on, obviously, 20 years down the line, 10 years down the line, these graduates, these PhD scholars become professors, become scientists, and then the overall development happens. So yes, I would say it's a red letter day for the higher education institutions in India. And obviously, that's the QS ranking, but I would say that all the IITs, very premier institutions, so are the IIMs. And yes, for all the students out there, it's best of luck. Those who are aspiring to be IITians, that's the way to go. Also, many would say. And yes, this is how the wheels of progress continue. Varghese.
Well, okay, it looks like IIT-B, congratulations to IIT-B for making it to that list.